Keeping a paper journal may seem archaic in today's technologically advanced society. But believe it or not, a journal can make you more successful, happier, and a better guy. How do most men journal? 1. Use a men's journal. To get started, just pick up a paper diary and start filling it out. There is a wide variety of options for you to choose from, including spiral notebooks and high-end leather journals. I also recommend a high-quality fountain pen. After all, you'll be doing a lot of writing and need a reliable tool for the job. 2. Write when you have some downtime. You should make writing in a journal a regular part of your day. Find a time that's most convenient for you and stick to it. Some of you might find that you get your best writing done first thing in the morning. The nighttime is when I find the most inspiration to put pen to paper. The key is to establish a regimen based on what you discover to be effective. 3. Write down to-do lists or accomplishments. The question of what to write about may arise. Whatever comes to mind is the quickest and easiest answer. Share your day in writing, including your wins and your losses. The entries in your journal will mirror your mental state. Don't stop writing because you're bored. Write frequently, and you'll come to know yourself better with each passing word. The use of a journal increases one's memory capacity. A study conducted at Queen's University indicated that people have an average of 6,200 thoughts per day. There is a constant barrage of thoughts entering your head, from the thought of shutting off your alarm at 5 a.m. to the constant reminders from commercials that you need to buy something. When great thoughts are diluted, they become invisible. All the specifics of that brilliant idea you had earlier seem to have vanished when you try to recall it. So long to your brilliant notion. But if you keep a journal, it can serve as an additional thought process. If you keep a diary on hand, you can rapidly jot down ideas and return to them whenever you like. As an illustration, while filming American Graffiti, George Lucas had the inspiration for Star Wars. Soon after, he put down the camera and started jotting down his ideas. After finishing production on American Graffiti, he teamed up with co-writer Gary Kurtz to create the original Star Wars script. If he didn't have the journal, we wouldn't have Star Wars today. It's more effective to keep a paper journal than an electronic one. Maybe you're asking yourself, why don't I just use my phone as a journal? Why? Distractions. We have an appreciation for notifications. They inform us of recent events and the latest social media trends. However, alerts divert our attention. You're writing in your digital diary about your day when suddenly your phone alerts you to a breaking news article on CNN or old photos on Facebook. The moment your mind wanders, you stop paying attention. It's not easy to go back and finish your thoughts after becoming sidetracked. Avoid interruptions by writing in a paper journal. You can sit and ruminate about whatever you like for as long as you like. And there are no waiting periods while content loads, which is a huge plus. Don't hesitate to open the journal and begin writing. In addition to helping you remember things later, writing things down also helps. University of California, Los Angeles researchers found that students who hand-wrote their notes rather than typed them were better able to draw connections between different pieces of information. The act of writing had improved both their factual memory and comprehension of pertinent themes. This same notion applies to journaling. Like most, you undoubtedly have dozens of various tasks to complete in your day. Keeping track of all of them is challenging. It's still easy to forget a task, even if you type it into your phone. By taking the extra effort to write out what you need to do, you're enhancing your memory and your brain. 4. It's quite satisfying to actually put a checkmark next to completed tasks. If you take the time to write down your daily activities, you can feel accomplished as you check them off one by one. To-do lists take the chaos of life out of your tasks. Our brains appreciate structure. A to-do list can liberate you from anxiety. 2 individuals were studied by educators at Wake Forest University, one with a to-do list and the other without. The man who made a list of things to do and followed it was able to get more done in the same amount of time, and his pulse rate was lower while he was working. Curious what sort of pen you should get? The best manly pen is revealed right here, so click here. 5. Keeping a journal will ensure your legacy. After you're dead and gone, your kids can read your journal. Perhaps you've forgotten what you learned about Lewis and Clark in class. You clearly weren't paying attention in U.S. history class if you don't. In the wake of the Louisiana Purchase, Lewis and Clark launched the first voyage to the west of the Mississippi River. We know what happened on that historic journey because they kept a journal. Theodore Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, Charles Darwin, and Benjamin Franklin are just a few of the notable personalities who kept diaries. Andrew Carnegie, a pair of great minds, Ralph Waldo Emerson, and Winston Churchill. Each and every journal written by these men has been carefully examined. Historians all throughout the globe now consider them to be indelible symbols. Children and grandchildren, yes, they will want to read your journal someday. You could think your life is conventional and humdrum, but you're incorrect. Stop procrastinating. Your memory won't be as good as it is right now. They can't remember what they did 10 years ago, and most of the time they can't even remember what they had for breakfast. It would be incredible to read your great-account grandfathers of being in the military during the Great Depression or the day the stock market fell. Your descendants will one day wonder what you were thinking when the World Trade Center was attacked, when Barack Obama was elected, and even when Donald Trump was elected. Don't wait, start journaling, and become immortal for your future family. The mental benefits of keeping a men's journal can't be overstated. You might be wondering how scribbling in a journal, which, after all, is simply words on a page, might improve your state of mind. If you can believe it, this exercise can aid those with mental illness. 6. Keeping a journal improves your logical, left brain thinking. This half of your mind is your analytical, reasoning side. This helps you to work through whatever difficulty or feeling you're feeling. It also provides a rest for your brain's right hemisphere, letting your creative juices flow freely when they're needed. Journaling has been found to raise your mood, minimize depressive symptoms, and enhance your sense of well-being. For example, keeping a journal is tremendously useful to persons with PTSD or a history of trauma. Making people with these challenges write their sentiments increases their mental health by guiding them through previously suppressed emotions, facilitating the coping process and revealing latent emotions. Don't need to overcome any traumatic experiences. Even now, keeping a journal can help you gain insight into yourself and improve your mental health. If you keep a journal, you may be able to identify unhelpful patterns in your thinking and actions. 7. A sense of self-worth is a major benefit of keeping a journal. Writing in a journal is a great way to give your day meaning. Keeping track of your daily activities allows you to look back and evaluate your performance. A bad day should be documented so that you can learn from it and make tomorrow better. As was previously mentioned, your journal will be complete eventually. If you write about the things you care about, someone will eventually read it, and that will bring you comfort even in death. Your journal confirms your unique value and the value you bring to the world at a time when such questions are increasingly prevalent in our society. 8. Your journal is judgment-free zone. Have you ever felt that no one was listening to what you had to say? Perhaps you're afraid of the repercussions of expressing your thoughts publicly. Keeping a journal is the ideal solution. You should write down your thoughts in your journal. Instead of lashing out verbally at a coworker, put your frustrations on paper. Put all that angst into your writing, and you'll feel better in no time. You can start to figure out who you are by being completely honest and upfront with yourself in a notebook. Keeping a journal need not always take a formal format. It can simply be a series of unstructured statements on how you're feeling. The act of putting pen to paper can unlock a previously inaccessible part of one's mind. Most of you probably don't want to expose your true feelings and emotions. Still, it's something I think you should look into further. Take use of a men's journal to express all your innermost thoughts and feelings. Communicating how you feel is cathartic. Men's journal concluding thoughts. Nowadays, having a paper journal is more important than ever because of all the distractions. Keeping a physical journal is beneficial to your well-being, and can have positive effects on your work and personal life.